I'm going to need 7 to 10 business days, minimum, to process this news. Hi there and welcome back, or welcome to my channel if this is your first time here. My name is Amy and I have an unhealthy obsession with Formula One. Hi, so Daniel Ricciardo is back. Now, if I haven't made it brutally obvious on my channel before this, I am a major Daniel Ricciardo fan. Exhibit A. Exhibit B. And Exhibit C. Let's just insert all the photos of the tattoo. My tattoo is based on a quote that he said about enjoying the butterflies, so that's permanently on my arm forever. So I'm glad he's back. Let's just say I am a happy girly today. Do I feel sorry for Nyck de Vries? I mean, a little, yeah. It was his first year in the sport, still a rookie technically, could have developed into being an amazing driver, we don't know. But that being said, he did choose to sign with Alpha Tauri, so. And if you can't perform at a team like Alpha Tauri in the Red Bull family, you should expect to be cut pretty soon. We all saw this coming for quite a while, really. I saw it coming like 2 months ago. Did I manifest this? Maybe. I don't know. Basically, it's not out of the blue, really. I just didn't expect it so soon. I thought he had, like, minimum till summer break. I thought he might have had till the end of the year, even. But no, he's gone next week. Anyway, in this video, I sort of wanted to go over the circumstances that led to Nyck being dropped and why Daniel was the correct decision to replace him. Or was he? There are a few other options out there. Now, if you were unaware, Nyck de Vries was the Formula 2 and Formula E world champion before he moved over to Formula 1. And after a seriously impressive performance in Monza of 2022, which I was lucky enough to witness live, very good, he was a pretty hot asset in Formula 1. I mean, Red Bull had to fight off the likes of Williams in order to get him into that Alpha Tauri seat, so where did it all go wrong? Unfortunately, he hasn't adapted to Formula 1 machinery as well as we all initially thought he would, being pretty convincingly beaten by his significantly younger teammate of Yuki Tsunoda. Again, I get Yuki has more experience in Formula 1, but Nyck has more experience across a variety of motorsports. He is, 27, 28 now? And for a rookie, that's pretty old these days, you know what I mean? So realistically, to be so far off of Yuki is not the best look in the world. But again, Alpha Tauri this year isn't the best car on the grid. In fact, it is one of the worst cars, if not the worst car on the grid, so we should be able to cut him some sort of slack for that. But again, it should be closer to Yuki. Plus he's made a variety of mistakes, such as pushing people off throughout the season, that have made him not the most popular driver on the grid, I don't think. Red Bull is also known for being a pretty cutthroat team. He's not the only one to be swiftly moved along from both the junior and the main team. Just ask, Pierre Gasly, Alex Albon, Daniel Kvyat. I'm sure there are other people that I'm forgetting right now, but cutthroat team. So now we know why Nyck de Vries was dropped from Formula 1. Why did they choose Daniel Ricciardo? I mean, Helmut Marko himself said that Daniel wasn't even the first in line for this job. There are a number of other drivers who could step into that team. They have a whole host of drivers in Formula 2 right now, including Iwasa, who in my opinion would be the most likely to step into a Formula 1 team at the moment, and of course Liam Lawson. Now in my opinion, Iwasa probably isn't ready for Formula 1 quite yet, but Liam Lawson, I know he's busy with Super Formula at the moment and he's doing incredibly in that, but I think he deserves a shot at some point. I think he's an incredibly talented driver and he's from New Zealand, which is close enough to Australia, so I would take it. However, Daniel Ricciardo on the other hand, not super busy right now. In terms of racing at least, he doesn't have a permanent seat anywhere like Liam, so I guess it is a good choice for him. His stock, however, is still quite low thanks to those McLaren years, but we know he's an incredible driver. And Red Bull have decided to put their faith in him once again, and I believe there are a number of reasons. A. He is still an incredible driver. Him and Max 2018 Red Bull, phenomenal duo if you ask me. They did butt heads a few times, which I think is why Daniel ended up leaving. But still, phenomenal duo, incredible driver, Daniel Ricciardo. His 2 seasons at Renault, brilliant, particularly 2020. I think he was one of the best drivers on the grid that year. Not kidding, like him and Renault, prime Daniel Ricciardo. You don't just lose all of that talent in 2 years. So I get why Red Bull has put the faith in him again. And they're a team who knows how to get the best out of Daniel as a driver. So hopefully Alpha Tauri can do the same. B. This sort of allows Red Bull to actually assess Daniel's skills a bit better. I know this week he had the tyre test at Silverstone, which is probably part of the reason why he got the seat. Let's be real. He was able to actually show his talent on track. Now, another Red Bull driver that isn't doing so well is Sergio Perez. So, I'm just saying, I know that Perez technically has a contract for 2024, but you know, contracts mean literally nothing in Formula 1. So this does give Red Bull the opportunity to assess Daniel against Yuki Tsunoda and also assess Yuki against a known entity in Daniel Ricciardo and see how they both go, because potentially Sergio might be replaced at the end of the year if he doesn't step up his game slightly. Like, he's fine for now, I think, with Red Bull being so dominant and so far ahead. He's good, but once the other teams start to catch up, like how McLaren started to catch up now, Mercedes, Ferrari, Aston Martin, once these teams have actually caught up to Red Bull, they are going to need a stronger second driver to be up there and qualifying every week. And we know Sergio's quick, but it's just the qualifying that's been his downfall, so we will see. We will see. And C. And as a marketing student myself, I can confirm that Daniel Ricciardo is any marketing team's absolute dream. Hey, you know how popular this guy is. You know how much I love him? This whole fan base of us dedicated to Daniel. You've seen him on TikTok, you've seen him on Instagram. Red Bull have really utilized him as the new marketing guy, so incredible asset for Alpha Tauri to have him. Again, more marketing for the team, because that's all Formula 1 is, basically. It's just really, really fast billboards going around in weird circles every week. That's all it is, especially for a company like Red Bull. They don't make cars. They don't need to be testing all these new sort of pieces of technology. They're literally an energy drink brand. Alpha Tauri is an offset of that brand. Like, a clothing company for an energy drink company driving in Formula 1, you are just a billboard. So yes, marketing, very, very important, especially for Alpha Tauri. I can 100% see why Alpha Tauri went with Daniel Ricciardo when it comes to replacing Nyck de Vries. Do I think Nyck deserved to lose his seat? No, really? Like, I love Daniel, but Nyck, it's only his first year in Formula 1, but, you know, that's the game, that's the sport, it is cutthroat, so, yeah, I'm happy to see Daniel back, and now my tattoo wasn't for nothing, because he's on the grid again, so basically, what a week it has been for us Aussies in motorsport. SVG killed it in NASCAR, Oscar Piastri, P4 in Formula 1, Daniel Ricciardo got his seat back. I am living right now. What a week for the Aussies. We're back. Daniel Ricciardo is back, which is insane. I will need to get some Alpha Tauri merch. Anyway, that brings this very last minute emergency video to a wrap. Comment down below if you are as excited as I am that Daniel is back. Because the smile hasn't gone away all day. I'm so happy right now. Leave a like on this video if you liked it and press that red button to subscribe for more F1 and motorsport related content. And I will see you all in the next one. Okay, laters. I'm still screaming. Still crying.